New pilots, pay attention! In this video, I'm unveiling 4 essential tips that are guaranteed to not only accelerate your flight training, but also boost your entire aviation career. Drawing from almost 2 decades of flying experience, these are my top pieces of advice that significantly helped me through my flight training and contributed to my success as a commercial pilot. So let's go. I'm Evan, and I've been flying airplanes since I was 14 years old. Being a commercial pilot in the Rocky Mountains is incredible and has led me on some very wild adventures. My mission? To share with you my love for aviation, the outdoors, and all the things I've learned along the way in hopes of inspiring the next generation of adventurers and adventure-seeking pilots. If you're new to the channel, then cheers, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, welcome aboard.
Good afternoon, everybody. In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 biggest tips I can give to people in flight school. The 4 things that helped me the most as an aspiring pilot that was going through flight training. So let's dive right in. The first one is making friends, socializing, not only with your instructor, but also with other students, with the other instructors. Maybe you're not flying with a particular instructor, but you want to get to know everybody at the flight school. Make friends. The reason is that throughout the entire process of training, there's going to be times where you're going to want to rely on other people and ask questions. Hey, how did you do on this? Oh, you didn't do so well on this. Well, here's what I learned about this. Or, you know, give people advice and receive advice from others. The best thing you can do is make lots of good friends. My second tip is network and get to know the mechanics. Go hang out when the airplanes are being maintained. This is a great time to get to understand how the airplanes work mechanically, and trust me, it is fascinating and a great way to learn how the things you do in the cockpit, how that affects the mechanical side of the aircraft. And I'll be honest, it's one of the most fascinating parts of aviation. My third tip is to buy a flight simulator. This is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but if you're doing your IFR training, one of the most useful tools that I had was Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I actually had purchased it for, I think it was like, I don't know, $40. And then I actually bought one of the yokes, the Flight Sim yokes, and I had the Flight Sim throttle quadrant. I even went to the point where I had the rudder pedals, so I kind of had the full at-home flight sim, but that is literally peanuts compared to the cost of using the flight school's flight sim. Now, you can't necessarily log the time. I don't know if you can now, but for me, it was a great way to practice my procedures, understand how to fly the approaches, and it's honestly very close to real life. Obviously, it's not the same as being in a real airplane, so I'm just going to make a quick radio call here. Evan Center, Victor Alpha X-ray with you, 1343.
Box Victor Alpha X-ray Center, good afternoon.
So having an at-home flight simulator is great because you can practice your procedures, you can practice reading the charts, you can get a good understanding of how to fly these approaches even though you're not in a real airplane, even though you're not logging the time. For me, I ended up spending probably hundreds of hours just sitting at home flying approaches, and I got so good and so fast at preparing the airplane for the procedures that the flight training was actually a lot smoother than I think it was for others that didn't have that sort of setup at home. And trust me, you can buy that whole setup for probably under, I don't know, probably under $500, even if you go buy the yoke used or all the, I mean, flight sim is not that expensive nowadays anyway. So yeah, that's my third tip. The fourth tip is go and network at the local flying club or the cafe. All those older pilots that are sitting around, those are great people to get to know because obviously they're going to have lots of cool stories about how they used to fly back in the day. And, you know, obviously times have changed, so you probably won't be able to do the same stuff they did, but they have great connections. They might be able to put you in contact with people that can hook you up with your first job, and they might have some really good advice. Some stuff like this simple saying, better to be on the ground wishing you're in the sky than in the sky wishing you're on the ground. Simple piece of advice, but it was you know, very useful and very valuable. Yeah, that's my 4 tips. Make sure you network, get to make lots of friends, socialize, go meet the mechanics, hang around, see how the airplanes are maintained, and buy yourself a flight sim at home, and of course go network with all those old pilots, go hang out at the cafes, and trust me, it'll make your life at flight school so much better, and it'll make you a much better pilot. Hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, happy and safe flying. Check out this view. Oh, actually there's no view because the windshield's fogged up, so we'll turn on the windshield heat on low. Alright, see you everybody. Cheers.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Little cheers to all the new viewers. And if you're curious on what it's like to become a pilot, what the process is, how to get your first aviation job, then I've got videos on my channel that you can check out to help get you started. Absolutely love and appreciate all the support, everybody. So we'll catch you on the next adventure. Happy and safe flying, everybody. Cheers.